July 14, 1944. The Vosges Mountains of eastern France. Dawn breaks slowly over the forest canopy, pale light cutting through mist and shadow. In a narrow ravine beneath thick camouflage netting, Oberleutnant Friedrich Hartmann crouches beside a field radio. Around him, 17 men of the 17th SS Panzergrenadier Division wait in silence. They have been here for 3 days. No fires, no unnecessary movement, no radio transmissions. Every rule of concealment followed with discipline learned on the Eastern Front, foxholes dug deep, equipment scattered, camouflage woven with pine branches and dirt. They believe they are hidden. They are wrong. 23,000 feet above them, a B-24 reconnaissance aircraft passes overhead. The crew never sees the soldiers below, but its cameras do. 6 frames per second. Overlapping photographs that will later be assembled into a detailed mosaic of the Vosges. Within hours, those images are developed and laid out on light tables inside a requisitioned French chateau. Allied photo interpreters scan each frame with stereoscopic viewers, trained to detect what the human eye misses: unnatural straight lines, disturbed earth, faint tracks where none should exist. At frame 247, an analyst pauses. A forested ravine. At first glance, nothing unusual, but under magnification, something feels wrong. A straight edge where nature should be chaotic. Slight discoloration in the soil. The mark of men trying not to be seen. The position is logged. Coordinates recorded. The information moves through the system. By mid-afternoon, American artillery crews receive their fire mission. At 4:30 p.m., the guns open fire. Hartmann hears the shells before he sees them, a rising scream every veteran recognizes instantly. The first explosion tears through the ravine. Camouflage disintegrates. Tree splinter. Earth erupts. 90 seconds of artillery obliterate a position that had taken days to prepare. When the barrage ends, 12 men are dead. 3 are critically wounded. The radio is destroyed. The position is no longer defensible. They had followed every rule. They had done everything right. And still, they had been found. This experience was not unique. By the summer of 1944, the battlefield had become transparent. Allied air superiority, reconnaissance photography, signals intelligence, resistance networks, and prisoner interrogation created an environment where secrecy was temporary at best. The Germans had prepared for a war of maneuver and surprise. By 1944, they were fighting a war of concealment against an enemy who could see everything. Camouflage delayed discovery. It did not prevent it. Allied reconnaissance operated as a system: aircraft, analysts, archives, artillery, logistics, working together with industrial efficiency. Each photograph was compared against earlier images. Each anomaly flagged. Each position eventually exposed. German soldiers learned to fear the sky. The constant drone of aircraft engines replaced the Stuka siren as the defining sound of war. It was always there, during marches, meals, sleep, a reminder that they were being watched. The psychological impact was devastating. Soldiers stopped trusting doctrine, stopped trusting concealment, stopped believing there was a correct way to survive. Survival became a matter of luck. Hartmann ordered a withdrawal. His unit dispersed. Of the 17 men who hid in the ravine, only 7 survived the war. Hartmann himself was captured in 1945. After the war, he became a schoolteacher. He rarely spoke about combat. His official records mention nothing about the ravine. But in an archive in the United States, there remains a photograph, frame 247, marked with a grease pencil circle and a simple note, possible concealed position. It is an unremarkable image, one of millions. And yet it represents a turning point. The moment invisibility ended, World War II proved that modern warfare is not decided solely by courage or firepower, but by information, by who can see, analyze, and act faster. The soldiers who believed they were hidden learned a brutal truth in a surveilled battlefield. Concealment only delays discovery, and discovery means destruction. They thought they were hidden. They weren't.